One thing we love as teachers is to know if our students have really understood concepts. And how can we do that? By giving them quizzes and assignments, that's right. And Google Classroom has made that really easy. On your Google Classroom dashboard, you can pick the class you'd like to add questions or assignments to. And then you can head over to the classwork section. Once you click on Create, you will see 3 options that will help you assess the understanding level of students. You could give the students long-form assignments or graded quizzes, or you could also ask them just one simple question. Let's look at the options one by one. If you wish to give your students an assignment or some task, the first option works best. For instance, you may want to ask your students, what does the word linear mean? Explain using text and images. So we just have to click on Create and select Assignment. First, you will need to enter some basic information. After that, you can add a file from Google Drive. Google Drive is a place where you can store your files on remote servers and not on your local machine or laptop. The data here is completely safe and no one can really access your files unless you give anyone the permission to do so. You can access your files whenever you feel like. Let's now add a document you want to share. Here it is. At this point, Google Classroom gives you an interesting option. It asks you, what is it that you would want your students to do with this file? Should they be able to just view it? Can all students edit your same file? Or automatically make a different copy for each student? You can then select the most appropriate option for yourself, select the details on the right, and click Assign. How will the student see it? Let's move to the student view now. The students will then be able to see the assignment on their dashboard. After they click on it, they will see this screen. The students will now be able to see the copy created for them by you. They can click on it and write their answer in the same file. If there is something else that the students have to share, they can add their work using the Add or Create option they see here. After the student is done, they can then click on Turn In to submit their work. It will ask the students for the confirmation and then it's done. If the student submits it by mistake, or if the student feels like adding or editing the assignment, the student can also unsubmit it and then submit it again. Let's switch back to the teacher view. We will look at the second option of quiz assignment in much greater detail in the next lesson. For now, let's look at how you can simply add a single question to the class, which is the third option. Clicking on Question will get you to this page. Note that this is used only if you want to add a single question and not a series of questions. You can then enter your question and add some instructions with it. You can then pick if it's a short answer question or a multiple choice. Let's pick multiple choice and add 4 options. If you want your students to visit a particular link or a YouTube video, you can do that by clicking on Add, and you can also add documents or presentations for the reference using the other options. You can then decide if you wish to share it with all students or just a few. You could either assign marks or keep it ungraded and have a due date if required. And then you should select which topic this question is a part of. And then you can click on Ask. Your question is now live and your students will see it on their dashboards. Alright, switching to the student view now. Students will see the question like this. They can select the correct answer and click on Turn In. Once the student answers the question, she will also be able to see the class summary. Note that teachers could use the single question option in different ways. Some teachers use it to take a poll or maybe to support the social and emotional well-being of students as well. Pretty easy, wasn't it? But what if you want to ask your students to appear for a quiz that has, say, 10 or 15 questions? You can then select the quiz assignment option you see here. We will explore this option in the next video.